trading opened, you posted a video to social media saying you were looking at how badly futures were down at the time. And of course, markets opened Monday trading also in the red. But you said we are risking an economic catastrophe like nothing we've ever seen before. Worse than '08, worse than the beginning of COVID. Why do you say this?
To me, it's fairly obvious. I mean, we cannot arbitrarily reroute and rework global supply chains, global trade. These are things that are literally almost a century in the making. And to think that we can somehow just magically change all of this over a single weekend while the president golfs, frankly, I just do not think this is possible. And I think we're being extremely, extremely careless with our economy. And the consequences are going to be felt by people that unfortunately may start losing their jobs, just as we saw in Detroit over the weekend as Stellantis started laying off people. So I say we risk an economic catastrophe. First, because I don't even agree with the idea of what we're doing. But second, because even if I did agree with it, the pace and the utter chaos of it will almost certainly lead the economy into a recession. You can talk to any small business you want right now. Nothing's happening if they are relying on exports. They cannot function under this. What do we think is going to happen to them? So that's why I made that video.
There's a lot to dive into from what you just said, but let's talk about with the tariffs. They're sweeping. It is dozens and dozens and dozens of countries, and the White House has even said some 50 countries have already contacted the Oval Office to negotiate. As you look at what President Trump announced, are there certain countries, certain tariffs that you see as more damaging to the U.S. economy than others, or is it just the breadth of what we're seeing that's so damaging?
But of course, there are some tariffs that are a lot more damaging. And I just want to go back to that video I made. I just want to clarify, I agree with the president on some of these tariffs. I agree that we should not be 100% reliant on India, China, and Ireland for pharmaceutical manufacturing. I agree that high-end chips should most likely not only be made in Vietnam. Where I passionately disagree is, are we really going to fight to bring back sock manufacturing from Cambodia? Are we really going to fight to bring back sneaker production from Vietnam? Are these things worth fighting over? And, we are stretching ourselves thin. If we want to go out China over some unfair trade practices, which they uncertainly do, if we want to even go after, let's say, Germany, where they may be unfairly tariffing our auto companies more than we're tariffing, let's say, Volkswagen, fine. But to be going after everybody at the same time, so much that we're tariffing countries that don't have humans on it. I mean, it's almost impossible not to laugh when we talk about this. This has to get more measured. This has to get more targeted. There has to be a clear and legitimate plan. It has to be spoken with big business leaders, with small business leaders. There has to be some type of message conveyed that we are doing this, we're doing X for Y. To simply just pull out a chart that looked like a high schooler made and to say we're tariffing every country in the world based on some arbitrary numbers that we made up, this is insanity. We're going to lose trading partners. We're going to lose allies. People that want to work with the United States are going to have no choice but to gravitate towards China. Is that what we want? Does that make us stronger? Does that make them weaker? It does not make sense to me.